All right, today's our first sleepwalking lesson. What in the world do you mean by that? I want to teach you something today, and I want you to remember it so well that tonight, in the night, you've actually said it so many times that you wake up, go to the bathroom, whatever, and you start walking, and you start saying it. And your mom or your dad comes out, and they're like, "What's wrong with you, little Johnny or Sally or whatever your name is? Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, do it again." And they're like, "What? Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, do it again." What are you talking about? Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, do it again. They're like, "What are you doing?" "You have to divide, you have to multiply, you have to subtract, you have to bring down, you have to do it again." "What are you talking about, Mr. Bauer?" "Well, today we're going to learn how to do long division." Long division. Usually kids start crying. Long division. You hear the word long division, everybody's like, "Oh no, it's so hard." Just go to sleep tonight and say this all night long. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Do it all again. What? Say it with me. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Do it again. Say it with me. If you don't say it, you can't remember. Let's go. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Do it again. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Do it again. Today's objectives. You're going to learn how to use the division algorithm, long division, to divide a 3-digit number by a 1-digit number. Piece of cake. All you got to do is remember, divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, do it again. Well, all right, it's fine if you can say it. Let's figure out what you're supposed to do with those things. Now, I didn't make that up as much as I wish that I would have made it up. We're on page 159 now. Turn to 160. At the top of the page, you might have one of the old books. I have my kids highlighted in it. It says divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. And you see that little arrow there? That says do it again. Example problem number 1. We got some money here. The problem says the school bought 3 printers that cost the same amount for a total of $852. $852 divided by the 3 printers. How much does each printer cost? All right, well, first step, divide. Now, sometimes it helps kids if they get rid of these other numbers. Oh my goodness, 8 divided by 3? We've done that a bazillion times. 8 divided by 3. Now remember, if you don't want to do it, get out your green folder, jump on the 3. Slide down to the 8's not there. 6 and 9, 6 and 9. Oh, 6. Shoot out to the side and you get a 2. Now guys, I'm going to be really, really careful that I'm going to keep everything neat. The 2 must go above the 8. Now I know I got other numbers over here, but you can't write above them because we can't see them yet. What do? We divide. Step 2, multiply. Now we're always going to multiply. In fact, sometimes I say, put your finger on what you just wrote. I just wrote the 2, put my finger on there. Now I got to use that number. The number I just wrote, I got to use it. What am I going to do? I'm going to multiply. I like to call this the multiplication corner. Right there. 2 times 3. See how it goes in a little bit of a circle? 2 times 3 equals 6. Now where am I going to put 6? I'm still working with the 8. So I said 3 goes into 8 2 times, and then 2 times 3 is 6. What's my next step? Step 3, subtract. Nice and neat. Now I just wrote this number. I kept my finger right on it. I'm going to use this number. 8 minus 6 is 2. Last step, bring down. What am I bringing down? The next number. I bring down the next number. I put a nice little arrow there so I can keep everything nice and lined up. I'm going to use a different color marker just so you can see what I'm talking about. See? Everything's nice. There we go. It's like driving down the road. Stay in your lane. So now I'm working on the 5. I brought that 5 down, and my new number is 25. I said, do it again. Step 1 is divide. I said 25, I wrote 22. Pardon me. I said, do it again. How many times does 3 go into 25? Here's our new number. It's down here now. Why? Because I'm dividing by 5. Well, here it is, 25. The remainder in the new number makes 25. How many times does 3 go into 25? Slide down 3. Got 24. Shoot up to the side, I see an 8. Now, I'm keeping 24 in my mind because in a second I'm going to multiply. 25 divided by 3 is 8. 8 goes on top. That's where we always put the quotient. Second step, multiply. Go across the multiplication corner. 8 times 3 equals, I already said it, right? 24. And third step, subtract. 25 minus 24 is pretty easy. It's 1. Last step, bring down my next number. I had 3 numbers, so I'm going to have to divide 3 times into 2. My new number is 12. Step number 1, do it again. Divide. How many times is 3 going to 12? 4. Step 2, multiply. 4 times 3 is 12. Subtract. 12 minus 12 is 0. Bring down. I don't have any more numbers to bring down. I ended with a 0. I'm done. What? Let's see if this makes much sense. Each printer cost $284, and I bought 3 of them for a total of $852. Check a problem, check a problem, check, check, check. Opposite of division is multiplication. $284 times 3. 3 times 4 is 12, 2 down, 1 up. 3 times 8 is 24, plus 1 is 25. Carry the 2. 3 times 2 is 3, plus 2 is 8. If my answer to my multiplication is the same as my dividend, I did it right. Our first long division. Ooh, sleepwalk with me. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Do it again. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Do it again. Now on the top of your math paper today, go ahead and write that. Write, divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, do it again. And anytime you get to a long division problem, that's what you're going to do. Look at example number 2. It says a group of teachers are planning a field trip. We got 234 kids in this school. I wish. The students are going to travel on 5 school buses. Is it possible for the buses to carry the same number of students? In other words, does it have a remainder? 234 divided by 5. Now you already know the answer is no. The divisibility of rule says it's got to end in a 0 or 5. So we're going to have some numbers, so that's not a 0 or 5. But how are we going to divide this? Now, if you like the cover up method, go ahead and cover it up with your hand. Okay? How many times 5 go to 2? Uh-oh, it can't. 2 is smaller than 5. All right. Well, we can go right to 23 then. How many times 5 go to 23? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25, 10, 15, 20. 4 times. Right above the 3. That's what we're working on. Make sure you have a nice and straight. Keep in your lanes. Go across the multiplication corner. 4 times 5 is 20. Third step, subtract. 23 minus 20 is 3. Keep it nice and straight. Now we're going to bring down that 4, and my new number is 34. Step number 1 says divide. 34 divided by 5. How many times 5 go into 34? 6 times. Very good. Multiplication corner, 6 times 5 equals 30. Subtract, and I got 4 kids that can't go on the field trip. No, that's not true. There's 46 kids in each bus, each of the 5 buses, and then you have to put an extra kid in 4 of those buses. So the question was, can they all fit the same number in each bus? And the answer is no. We got a remainder of 4. Checker problem, checker problem, check, check, check. Go ahead and take your answer times your divisor. Answer is quotient if I was going to talk math language. 6 times 5 is 30, 0 down, 3 up. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 3 is 23. And then I have to add my remainder. 4 plus 0 is 4, 3, 2. Multiplication problem equals my dividend. Then I did it correctly. Right? Jump to example number 3. One of our favorite problems. Now you guys put it in your next box, but I'm going to erase it so I can do it nice and high so you can see it. Pause my video if I'm going too fast. Don't forget, number 3 says 5n equals 365. Now 5 next to a letter really means 5 times n. 5 times n equals 365. And to figure out the missing factor in the multiplication problem, you're going to divide. 365 divided by 5. Now you know this is going to work out good because it ends with a 5. So let's go ahead, cross them out. Well, 5 can't go into 3, so 5 is going to go into 36. Slide down the 5, get to 35, shoot up to the side, and you should see a 7. Second step, multiply. The number I just did times 5 equals 35. Next step, subtract. 36 minus 35, that's pretty easy. 1. Bring down. Don't throw it down. Bring it down. Pardon me. Bring the 5 down. My new number is 15. Now I'm going to divide 15 divided by 5. How many times is 5 going to 15? 3. Second step, multiply. 3 times 5 is 15. Third step, subtract. 0. Bring down. No more to bring down. I'm done. 73. And equals 73. Sorry about the ugly 3. And equals 73. Last one, example 4. In example 4, the question says, 3 students collected aluminum cans. They were paid $8.85 at the recycling center. The income can be divided equally. How much does each student? You guys just went and collected cans all over. You cashed them in. You got some money back. Now you're going to divide it up. We had $8.85. I'm going to divide it by 3 students. Step number 1. Divide. Oh, let's break it down. Do it again. Divide. How many times does 3 go into 8? And since 8 is bigger, it does. So we're going to cover these up. How many times does 3 go into 8? 2 times. 2, multiplication corner. 2 times 3 equals 6. Third step, subtract. 8 minus 6 is 2. Fourth step, bring down. Bring down the 8. My new number is 28. How many times does 3 go into 28? Well, 3 goes into 27 9 times. I'm going to put a 9 up here. Notice there's that big space in there. We're going to talk about that at the end. Hold tight. Second step, multiply. 9 times 3 is 27. Subtract. 28 minus 27 is 1. Keep them nice and neat. Bring down the last number is 5. How many times does 3 go into 15? 5 times. 5 times 3 is 15. El Zicho. No more to bring down. I'm done. Hold up. What is this really saying? 295 what? Well, we had 3 people, earned a bunch of money. We're going to split the money up. Whenever we have money, we should probably have a dollar sign and a decimal point. And when you divide with a decimal, you bring it straight up. Boom, bring it straight up. So my answer would be $2.95 per person. You got $2.95, $2.95, $2.95. Check a problem, check a problem, check, check, check. $2.95 times 3 kids. 3 times 5 is 15, carry the 1. 3 times 9 is 27, plus 1 is 28. Carry the 2. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. Decimal point, dollar sign. You did it right. Guys, now in our lesson practice, they give us a whole bunch, but the video is getting kind of long. So in our second video, I'm going to do a few more for you when we get there. See you then.